So you're saying that the intention behind the video is the only thing that really...
You're deciding that that's the distinction between a content creator, and somebody else goes, that's not true. Most confrontation in life is because of a misuse of language. Here's the problem. Let me tell you what a web developer is, and I'm here to give you the D. I think we need a better intro. Here's the problem. What is a web developer? So we don't have a joint language now. So someone goes online and they do a quick research, like what is a web developer? And then they just spit it into a camera. Let me tell you what a web developer is. Like they're so confident and they are reading from some sort of script of an idea of what that is. And to me, that is less creative than the person who decides to turn on the camera and watch themselves cook because they're actually trying to create something original. And I think what's interesting about it is because there seems to be a lot of people online who need a label to describe something. And I get it because it's how our brain works, right? It's like, I don't have to learn everything about what a web developer is because once you say web developer, there's some concept of what a web developer does. So what I would say is for a content creator to be called a content creator, there just needs to be some purpose behind the content.
Okay, so you're saying that the intention behind the video is the only thing that really...
It can only be something to distinguish, right? Because it's still your own decision.
Yeah.
You're deciding that that's the distinction between a content creator and somebody else goes, that's not true. Content creators have to be able to be deployed on 15 platforms. They have to be able to know to use these tools. They have to be able to describe to you succinctly what a content creator is. But that's just because everybody decided to make their own definitions. And most confrontation in life is because of a misuse of language. Miscommunication, we hear a lot, misuse of language. In my opinion, one of the best is when two people agree and they're just saying it different ways, right? You just sit there and listen, you're like, oh, yeah. You're saying the same thing. You're yelling at each other, so neither of you can hear that, right? But like, you're saying this, but I think you actually mean this. And you're saying this, and you actually mean the same thing. You're like, oh, that makes it so much easier now, right? That's it. Most of the issue that we find is that people don't want to take the time to have a dialogue about it. So to me, it's like, what makes a good content creator? Define that and then decide if that person's a content creator. Like, what makes a good basketball player? I've seen college basketball players, right? I got to see how they operate. So I get to see them go work out, how they practice, how they move as a team, the places that they go, the games that they play, and you watch all of this, right? And then you watch somebody else that's just a guy that's at the school that does just as much as that, except he doesn't go play the games with the team because he just loves the sport. He trains the same way they do. He goes to the gym and does the same exercises, takes the same amount of shots. He plays pickup games throughout the week. In some ways, he's playing more basketball than the basketball players, but he's just a college student. Why? Because he's not at school to play basketball. So the intention is to learn, and he's choosing to play basketball, so he's a college student who plays basketball. But if he went there on a scholarship and did the exact same thing, he's a basketball player at school. So if she's putting on that camera to record herself making dinner, and that's it, then she's not a content creator, because that's not a piece of content. A piece of content is an intentional thing that you take a piece of media, combine it with some sort of message, and publish it somewhere. That's content. The intention is that I'm recording this to then post it. Well, then she is a content creator.
That makes sense.
Tell me what you think of this. Hey, I'm Joe, the J in DOJ, and I'm here to give you the D. The dose. The dose. Wait, is that right? Oh, it's so hard to do things funny twice. Hey, I'm Joe, the J in DOJ, and I'm here to give you the D. I think we need a better intro. But watch them just stop in the middle of a sentence and restart. Hey, you know what I was thinking? And I'm just like, holy shit. We're in the real world. Hey, I'm Joe, the J in DOJ, and I'm here to give you the D. What do you think?